What's up, pinheads? Welcome back to Psycho Opinion, the place where we break down the things that go bump in the night. Now, let me ask you something. Is Carrie still scary in 2026? Or is it just a story we remember being powerful? Because we've got a brand new Carrie series coming from Mike Flanagan. And this might be the version that either proves this story still hits or finally exposes its cracks. So let's talk about it. Some quick facts here. This is coming to Amazon Prime Video, which right now is one of the few services I don't have, of course. And that's where anything I want to watch goes just because I don't have it. It's supposed to be an 8-episode series. It's the creator of Mike Flanagan, who did Haunting of Hill House, which was amazing, and Midnight Mass. The lead of this is Summer H. Howell, and she will be playing Carrie. And that will be important for part of the topic that we talk about going forward. So let's learn a little bit about her real quick. She is 21 years old, born in May 22nd, 2004. She's 5'2", and she has been in Hunter x Hunter, Abducted by My Teacher, Night of the Reaper, and now Carrie. And also it looks like Child's Play. She was Grace in Clouds, Young Margot, and Channel Zero. A few things that she's been in there. If you don't recognize her, then I'll show you a picture. All right. So, filming wrapped up. It's supposed to be expected October 2026. And if you know Flanagan, you already know this isn't going to be blood and chaos. This is going to be character-driven horror. Before we get into what's new, we got to respect what came before. In 1976, the classic starred Sissy Spacek, and it was directed by Brian De Palma. This is The Carrie, raw, emotional, and tragic. This version made you feel bad for Carrie right up until everything explodes. And if you've ever seen the classic picture of Carrie covered in blood on the stage, that is the original, this picture. That is the original. The 2002, we'll call this the forgotten one. It had Angela Bettis in it. More book accurate, but didn't leave much of a mark. 2013 was the modern attempt with Chloe Grace Moretz and Julianne Moore. Looking good, but felt safe. Didn't quite capture the rawness of the original. Surprised Julianne Moore didn't get naked in it. She seems to be naked in everything she's in. Not that one. So, what's new with this series? The version is being called a bold re-imaging. And the biggest update, social media bullying, which honestly changes everything because now Carrie's humiliation isn't just a locker room or a classroom. It's recorded, shared, permanent. That alone could make this the most brutal version yet. Gotta watch what you put there on social media, folks. It'll stick with you forever. So let's talk a little bit about how the book is different than the movie. Here's something a lot of people either forgot or never knew. In the book is very different. She's described as overweight, acne-prone, socially awkward, and unkept. Basically, she stands out in a way that makes her an easy target. But the movies almost always cast actresses who are conventionally attractive, even if they tone them down. It's not the same. And what I want to ask you, and this was kind of why I mentioned who the actress was earlier, so you had an image in your mind of kind of the different actresses that played Carrie as we went over the years, is here's the real question. Does Carrie work better if she looks more like the book? If they cast a bigger, less traditionally attractive Carrie, it could make the bullying feel more grounded, the cruelty feel more realistic. Her isolation would hit harder because now the audience fully understands why she is being targeted. But here's the flip side. If it's not handled carefully, it could come off as mean-spirited or reduce her to just her appearance. And that's not what Carrie is supposed to be about. So let's talk about what Carrie is about. At its core, Carrie isn't about looks. It's about isolation, abuse, repression, being pushed too far. She's not just bullied because of how she looks. She's bullied because she's different, quiet, controlled, vulnerable. Does Carrie still work today? This is the big one because the world has changed. But honestly, Carrie might work better now because today bullying is louder. Cruelty is public. Shame is permanent. And once something goes viral, there's no escape. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we add the Flanagan factor. This is where things get interesting. Mike Flanagan doesn't just do horror. He does trauma, family dynamics, emotional collapse. So instead of just building to prom night, this series could really explore Carrie's psychology, her mother's control, the slow burn to destruction. So what I want to ask you guys, and I'd like you to comment for me, and let's keep the discussion going. I love it when you guys comment. So please let's get a discussion happening here about this. What I'm asking you is, does Carrie need to be physically different for the story to work? Is bullying worse now than it was in the original story? Does social media make Carrie more terrifying or more realistic? Will a series format improve the story or drag it out? And is Carrie a villain or a victim? And that's a very good question. Is she a villain or a victim? But I also really want to know your guys' opinion on what you feel like would be different about the series if they did cast somebody that looked more like Carrie from the book, because it's interesting sometimes how they change key aspects of a story when they adapt it to a movie or a television series. And it seems as though, even though they've done multiple adaptations of Carrie, they've kind of gone the same route every time. So I think that's interesting. For me, Carrie has always been less about horror and more about tragedy. And if this series leans into that, it could be the best version yet. But if it plays it safe again, it's just going to feel like another remake. At the end of the day, Carrie is one of those stories that lives or dies by how real it feels. Because the horror isn't just the powers, it's everything that leads up to them. So I want to hear from you. Should Carrie look more like the book version? Does this story still hit in today's world? And are you even excited for this series? Who's looking forward to Carrie? I mean, in all fairness, though, Mike Flanagan's pretty great. So I'm kind of feel like that alone is going to really do something for this. I just hope I hope it's good. I want it to be good. All right. Well, you let me know. Drop it in the comments. And if you're into horror breakdowns, real talk, and deep dives, make sure you like, subscribe, and stick around right here on Psychopinion, because around here, we don't just watch horror, we break it down. See you soon.
Sorry, Cassie. We're all sorry, Cassie.
Trust me, Carrie. You can trust me. Trust me, Carrie. You can trust me. Trust me, Carrie. You can trust me.